Your Excellency, President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, after the 21-gun salute ushering in the administration of His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, the parade commander now marches forward to give the essence of today's ceremony to Mr. President, give him the state of the officers and guards on parade, and to request Mr. President to inspect the officers and guards on parade.
Après cette cérémonie, Excellence, Monsieur le Président, Excellence invité et invité distingué, le commandant du défilé va maintenant remettre les drapeaux
26 officers, 320 men of the Armed Forces and Nigerian Police on parade. Parade, ready for your inspection, Your Excellency.
His Excellency, Mr. President, will be accompanied on this inspection by the Commander Guards Brigade, Brigadier General Anthony Bamdele Omozoji. Please, distinguished guests, please stay in your pavilion. There is no movement around, please. You can, show appreciation, show your shares where you are seated, please. And please, it is very important, when the color party on parade passes by your sitting position, eventually, please you salute. Thank you. After the glitz, trails, and glamour that characterized the electioneering campaigns, the processes of the election proper, and the victorious outcome, today's presidential inauguration ceremony marks a very significant landmark in the evolving history of our great nation, Nigeria. As the President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, proceeds to inspect the officers and guards on parade, it will be necessary at this juncture to take a cursory look at the resume of this distinctive, incorruptible, and highly revered #1 citizen of our great nation, Nigeria. Born in December 1942 in Daura, in present Katsina State, young Muhammadu enrolled at the Central Primary School, Daura. In 1953, he proceeded to the Katsina Middle School, and by 1955, he was one of the pioneer pupils at the Kankia School. In 1956, he progressed to the Katsina Provincial Secondary School, now known as Government College Katsina. He was reputed to be a very serious and hardworking student who tried to excel in virtually everything that he laid his mind and hands on. President Muhammadu Buhari was a member of the school's military cadets, and as later became natural with him, he eventually turned out to be the head of his military cadet unit. When it was time to choose a career, he had 3 professions in mind, namely the military, agriculture, and the teaching profession. As Providence will have it, the President chose the military, ostensibly because of the regimentation and discipline inherent in the profession, the glamour, and the impeccable dress turnout of military officers. President Muhammadu Buhari's military career started at the then Nigerian Military Training College, NMTC Kaduna, in 1962. By 1963, he was a participant of the Young Officers Course 5 at the NMTC Kaduna. He later went to the Mons Officers Cadet School, Al-Rashot, in the United Kingdom. In January 1963, he was commissioned second lieutenant and deployed to 2nd Infantry Battalion in Abeokuta as a platoon commander. President Buhari attended various courses at home and abroad. These include, but certainly not limited to, the Mechanical Transport School in Berlin in the United Kingdom, Defense Services Staff College, Wellington in India, and Army War College in the United States of America. President Buhari served in the 2nd Battalion of the Nigerian Army in the Congo, now the Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC. before the outbreak of the Nigerian Civil War in 1967, a campaign in which he actively participated in, he held various staff and command appointments. President Buhari's progress in the Nigerian Army was very regular and steady. Between April 1966 and March 1983, he ran and got his promotions as an advent due. President Buhari became the military governor of the defunct Northeastern state in August 1975. In 1976, he was appointed military governor of Borno State after 3 states of Borno, Bauchi, and Gongola were carved out of the old Northeastern state. He was appointed Federal Commissioner for Petroleum and Energy later the same year, a position he held until June 1978. It is instructive to inform that it was during his tenure as Commissioner for Petroleum that the Nigerian National Oil Corporation and the Ministry of Petroleum Resources were merged to form the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, and he consequently became the pioneer chairman in 1978. At various times, he was the Military Secretary Army at the Army Headquarters, a member of the Supreme Military Council, SMC, and General Staff commanding 3 Armored Division Nigerian Army, Jos, Plateau State. President Buhari also served as the chairman of the defunct PTDF, an office he held without blemish. A man generally known to be of very high moral rectitude, he is discipline personified. A former head of state who had a 20-month stint between January 1984 and August 1985, peace-loving Nigerians can only pray, support, and wish him a successful tenure as he embarks on the democratic governance of our great nation, Nigeria. In retrospect, ardent followers of the evolution of Nigeria will recall the transformation that took place in the realm of our socio-economic sphere. There was war against indiscipline, there was orderliness in public and private places, environments were kept clean, and attendance at workplace was prompt and regular. More than 30 years of his first tour of duty as military head of state, President Muhammadu Buhari's incorruptible credentials is unsurpassed, indeed unparalleled by any administration since independence in 1960, be it civil or military. In the emergence of President Muhammadu Buhari, daylight has evinced darkness, ineptitude, and rudderlessness. This administration must succeed in meeting the yearnings and aspirations of Nigerians. The task is Herculean. We must all lend our support. The French.
Le premier citoyen de la République fédérale du Nigeria, le président, commandant en chef des forces armées, passe en revue les officiers et la garde en ordre de défilé. Né en décembre 1982 à Katsina, où il a fait ses études primaires avant de poursuivre au secondaire dans une école d'enfants de troupes, ce leader né a choisi l'armée comme profession pour son règlement et sa discipline. Il a démarré sa carrière militaire à l'école d'instruction militaire du Nigeria d'alors et a poursuivi ses études à l'école des officiers de Mount Aldershot au Royaume-Uni en 1963. Il fut promu sous-lieutenant et a effectué au 2e bataillon d'infanterie de Abeokuta en qualité de commandant de peloton. Il a suivi de nombreux cours au Nigeria, au Royaume-Uni et aux USA, et avec l'armée du Nigeria, il a servi en République démocratique du Congo à différents postes de commandement.